All right. So my first opponent didn't show up. So I got to buy round one. So there's only 3 matches to go over. Broccoli. But we're going to go over this. It's your boy playing the Mermailios. This is from locals, online locals. I think here we're playing against Outlick. I think it might be pure Outlick. No, it's invoked Outlick. It's Outlick invoked. It's invoked Outlick. It is invoked Outlick. We have 1-for-1 Ronin. Yeah, you see I'm already ready. I'm already ready with the Ash. Winter on DB, what universe is this? Yeah. Well, I don't have a choice, unfortunately, for locals. If I could choose it to be on EDO Pro, I would. Because the dueling book actually went down during the middle of one of the rounds, which is hilarious. Yeah, I just want to see how bad I played. Like, I want to see if the situations that I thought that like weren't completely winnable were winnable in some way, shape, or form. So he links into the new Magistus card, which I don't think really does anything. I think it's just like a blank, more so than anything. I don't know if it's better. I don't know if it's better than like Almirage Secure Gardener. I don't keep up with this fucking deck. I don't know what any of these new cards are. I've been actually trying to be blind to the new cards coming out. So like if I open like the new box of shit, like it's actually like kind of surprising to open stuff. EDO has TCG rules now. Maybe convince them to switch over. Oh, it does? Yo, we're about to be unstoppable with trains. Searches the punny. So you can see my hand is really not good. This fucking guy we're playing against, by the way, he literally had everything. He didn't already have invocation in hand. Clearly not a good invoke player. Yo, true. Yeah, I saved the Ash, of course, for the Alistair because, you know, like, if I Ash the invocation or the meltdown, he's getting a normal Alistair. They might as well obviously wait for them to commit. We top deck the Dragoons, which is a lifesaver. I thought here momentarily about using Greed with Minstrel and Toad. But I already have Minstrel Dragoons, so I can already take a peep, get a search, you know, hit a hand trap. But still have nothing for that back row. We know he has Punishment. Fucking sucks. Punishment is so good. This is why I think if there was ever a format to main deck Cosmic Cyclone, this is it. Bring back main deck Spell and Trap Hate. I'm all for it. I like having a more well-rounded deck. But I think I just start, because I'm reading this card here, and I just don't think it does anything. If another Magistus monster is normal special summon while you control this monster, you target one of those monsters, equip this card you control to it. While this card is equipped to a Magistus monster, you add a Magistus monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use each effect of Artemis, the Magistus Moon Maiden, once per turn. You can, oh, so, okay. It's just a blank for Mechaba in my book. Yeah, well, the thing that's weird about it is it doesn't put itself in the grave, which is weird. Like, that's why I was expecting, like, the classic Almirage Secure Gardener. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I guess it frees up a space in the extra deck, so never mind. Because I was thinking they need the light in the grave, but they don't. So, yeah, I think the play here 100% is either A, 1-for-1 ditching Ronin Toad and go for Prince, see what he does, and then Minstrel for Dragoons, take a look at his hand, grab Diva. This is or Moray of Greed, but I don't think Moray of Greed is the correct play at all. Yeah, I realize you can declare cards in hand, which is really weird. I didn't know you could do that. It's helpful, though. It's helpful. So we get to take a look at his hand. And look what he has. He's got a fatty rock. He's got a fatty rock in his hand for us. He had a fatty rock, so feeling pretty good about hitting that. So I'm like, all right. We're safe from Nibiru. He's got a Lord in hand, which is kind of scary. I'm playing Saravas, protects against Punishment, VW Trap, and Dryden. Not bad. My only issue would be like, wait, is Saravas? He's a light, right? I was gonna say the only issue would just be like bricking on the card. Because Punishment VW Trap, like you could easily just play Cosmic leave for a moment, and he playing DB. I'm just watching a replay. That's what the title says. It says VOD review, right? Did I update the title? Yeah, I did. Yep. Whoops. All right. So Prince hits the field here, and I know he has punishment, and I obviously know that this guy seems like he's not. He doesn't seem like he's a Giga Brain player, but he can read, right? That's the level that he's at. He's one of those players that can at least read, so he knows that Prince doesn't happen on summon, and it's a fact that has to be activated later on. And fires off the punishment here. So I'm like, all right, perfect. He's going to clear both of these. We'll fire off one for one. We'll keep going. Problem then is, you know, you're resolving Prince with no waters in hand, which is like not good. It's just not good. You like the hand advantage, ideally. And the Dragoon that you're searching or could search potentially doesn't really have like a discard outlet. So we send Dragoons for cost. That goes through. I was thinking about adding Lapis Dragon, but like if I go Lapis Dragon, right? If I go Lapis Dragon, it's you know, send Dragoons, add Dragoons, add Lapis Dragon. Lapis Dragon summons Synchro for Prince, or a Synchro for, or Link for Fiber. Fiber summons Launcher, and then, you know, you can't really do anything with that. There's really not much that could be. I mean, maybe you had the graveyard set up to like grab Moulin and then like summon Moulin, then make Ravenous, but that sounds like kind of lame. Yeah, see, I'm like contemplating like, oh, if I go for Lapis Dragon here, I could like do something. But there's just not much that I can do here. So I just add Megalo. I'm like, whatever. And then I'm like, yeah, because the least I could do is like fire off Moray Agreed. And even at that point, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we weren't going to do... There was no way we were fighting off Moulin in this situation. This is why like Mermails need to discard one. This is why Mermails need a discard one Sea Serpent like Teus, but Sea Serpent so we can add it off Dragoons. Yeah, that's why Deep Sea Minstrel is so great. They have the card. I mean, I know Minstrel does a lot, but it doesn't really feel like it does a lot for the actual engine of the deck. Like, it provides a discard outlet, yes, but like, it's not really searching you anything. It doesn't really search you anything, like, in its own. It just kind of sends itself to the graveyard. And yeah, it's nice for hand advantage, but like, in a going second deck, like, or not hand advantage, but hand knowledge. But like, if it got itself a search, or even if it just summoned itself to the field, I feel like it would be a much better card. So I decided to crash here, get the extra deck monster off his field, turn off his other stuff, and like just pass, because I really can't do much else. The Nibiru does go back to his hand. Yeah, if it summoned itself, it'd be much better. That's like the only gripe I have with the card. And then we have the the Moray of Greed, I feel like was the correct call. I mean, we drew into an Ash because we weren't going to do anything otherwise without using the Moray of Greed, so might as well just use the Moray of Greed anyways. We're able to Ash the Sanguine is really nice. He gets Nibiru back. And I know he has Nibiru and Eldlik in his hand. And that's it. We take 15 to the face, and I think that's it for his turn. No, he's going to use Sanguine, of course. You should hear yourself a month ago when you ran about Minstrel. Well, look, I mean, I generally didn't like the card back then. I thought the card was kind of trash. I mean, I still don't think it's the best card ever. I think it's helpful, but it certainly could be a better card. Delete it. That's what happens when you test a card out. You know, you find out you don't like it. You do like it. There's, you know, it's just part of the process, right? It's part of the process. So unfortunately, we don't have any Mermails in grave, which kind of sucks. You know, here's Minstrel being real useless. No, I'm just kidding. And like, I was playing the most recent build I uploaded to Mermail, I think back in September, I think was the Deep Sea build with like Megalanica and the field spell. And I actually did like it because there was a lot of cool synergy with it. But I wanted to try something different. Like, I didn't want to come back with Mermail and have it literally be like the same build. So I wanted to try a different route, but I still might go with a Deep Sea route. So I try to swing in here for 32. I think it goes through. We're able to clear the Ecclesia. Like, I don't know if clearing the Ecclesia was probably, like, the better idea, but, like, the Meltdown's not doing anything right now. I don't have any way to stop his, Meltdown. Like, it's not doing anything other than, like, protecting stuff. And, like, pretty sure Mizuchi could even stop, Invocation, because it's not activating in response to Invocation. It's just activating on the resolution. We still has Lord anyway, so Lord's just going to send it, and I think, yeah, another Sanguine from hand. Clears the Megalo, gets rid of the Mizuchi, so he really doesn't care about anything at this point. He's just going to go in. Summon back Lord, take 35 to the face. Gets the Lord. End phase, Conk, and Sanguine. So that's Conk Sanguine. So yeah, this is a pretty uphill battle. We draw Teus for turn, and I think I just scoop here. Like, I think with it, I think I played everything pretty much correctly. I think the only spot I think I could have done something different was when I had the Prince resolve. But the path just going for Hulk doesn't seem like it does anything. Feels strong, man. Yeah. So we go game 2. I think the only thing, and as you see, I'm maining Skullmeister and Ash. Because like I didn't want to play hand traps just because like I hate this deck with hand traps, because there's nothing worse than like it's like the conflict of being like, you know, do I want to draw cards that stop my opponent from playing and at the same time make it so I can't play, or do I want to play and let my opponent play at the same time? Like, it's a dichotomy. Like, it's like, because you're gonna have conflictions where like you have too many non-waters in your hand, like for Swap Frog, for Teus, for Minstrel, for Megalo, for Pike, for Moray of Greed, and it just creates bad hands. Why not do going second? Because going second seems like such a bad idea right now. It just does. Yeah, I don't want to play into those boards. I'd rather just go first. Main, Storm, and OTK. Yeah, if it were that easy. Yeah, VFD. Yeah, VFD format. That's the one thing that keeps me from wanting to play Go Second, is like, because then it becomes like better draw it .deck, because like you really just have to draw it, you know what I mean? And I feel like right now, I feel like Mermail just feels better going first. Mainly because Minstrel. I feel like Minstrel gets so much more value going first than it does going second. First turn board? I don't know. I don't know what my first turn board is. Probably like hit a card with Minstrel, hit 2 more with Moulin, and then set up a few Omni Negates and call it a day. Like, I'm not trying to go over the top with this deck to like, let's fit like Lambda with Gamma and like a fucking secret Mech Knight engine, and we'll make VFD every 3rd turn, and then we'll hand loop for 6 every 4th, 5th game. No, because like Mermail, like, you could try all you want to like make this deck meta, you just can't do it. Like, I want this build to be enjoyable to play. I want to have lots of options in the extra deck and not just be like Calamity's Turbo, which I know it can be. Especially if you play like a Rorodon and you can play Hulk with like, I've seen builds that play Cold Wing and Despot. Like, that just sounds boring as fuck to me. 8 negates to any hand trap, baby. 8, 9. We're talking 16 negates, boys. We're talking 16. I can't even count that many on my fingers. That is 16 negates. I'll need 6 toes to go along with that. Get to take a look at the hand here. We see the evenly matched. We see the Meltdown Servant. So he literally just has the stones. He literally just has the stones. But you'll notice here, I have Ash, right? I've got Cosmic. I can make an Omni Negate, or I can make, what's it called? I can make Dragite stop evenly. But then he still has, like, Servant, right? I don't know. His hand is literally stacked right here. Bring back Fishville with Selicanth. I forget how to fucking. You know what deck looked fun? The shark deck. When Arrows was playing that shark deck, that looked kind of cool. The deep sea build was cool though. I'm not gonna lie. Like the big fish build. That was fun. Like, I don't want to turn Mermail into Calamity's Turbo, because, like, if I wanted to play Calamity's Turbo, you just play Virtual World, right? Like, I don't know. Like, I want to play Mermail, because it's a unique deck with unique lines, and can make unique boards, different than other decks, right? But, I don't want to turn it into Calamity's fucking Auroradon Turbo, because if I wanted to play those decks, I'd A, play fucking Infernoble Knight, or B, I'd play I play the deck, you know? I play Virtual World. What is this song? It sounds like a Christmas song. And I hate it. Yeah, it is. Get out of here. Yeah, so, I mean, this board doesn't look like shit, and mainly because it kind of isn't. But we have an Omni Negate here, so I can stop evenly, right? I've got Cosmic here, so I can hit the Meltdown. I've got Hulk here, which can turn into Formula, which can turn into a draw, which can turn into Satellite Warrior, which pops 2. Ash in hand. It's not terrible, right? Could have been much better. What was my opening hand? The opening hand kind of sucked because I did have to start by burning Teus to even play. That's the one thing that's, like, Ari is great, but in some situations like this, Ari, like, you can't use Ari as a starter card. It almost becomes more of an extender, because I have to start with Teus, get Lapis and Grave, banish Lapis, search Aria, you know, search Diva, and go off and make more plays. And I'm burning, you know, one of the best extenders, in my hand to like, even start playing. That's kind of rough, so we just end on that board. I don't know if I could have really ended on anything different. I was thinking about maybe going for Crocosaur, but Crocosaur would have netted us a draw. I don't know. I don't know if that would have been worth it. I had to make, I have to make Dragite with this board anyway, so I don't think Crocosaur was the move. Because if I don't make Dragite, he just even leaves us, and that's gonna hurt a lot. So we end on that board. He gets back Ecclesia. It doesn't matter. Takes a card. Like, I want to get Mermail to the point where, like, it's a solid build, it's consistent, put some nice boards. But I'm not gonna, like, lose sleep over trying to get the build to be, like, tier 1, like, you could take this to an LCS and get first place. Like, it's unrealistic. I just think it's unrealistic. I'm not saying, like, I hate Mermail. It's just, like, it's just not, you know, it's not the cream of the crop. It's not its format, right? It's not its format. Like, even you could argue, like, yeah, it's control format. You could play go second, but then I think it's too much, like, better draw at .deck. Like, with cards like Calamities in the game, the format becomes too much, like, better draw it, and I don't like that. Like, I'm already frustrated enough with the way this game plays out currently, and I expressed that in my banlist video with how games are often over in, like, 2 turns. It's almost as Mermail sucks. I mean, I'm not gonna say it directly, but it's fun. It's fun, right? It's fun. I like shiny water cards. That's why we all play it, right? We all like the shiny cards. So he clears Dragite with Lord. Can't do anything there. I got a Cosmic the Meltdown, right? Now he goes Ecclesia, I Ash, and, you know, here's me being not the greatest player in the world. Like, I get to look at his hand, right? But I kind of, like, forget what's in his hand, you know, because I just don't fucking pay attention. I kind of really wasn't paying the most attention during this tournament. I'll keep it, well, what is it they say? I'll keep it a stack with you all. You know, I wasn't really paying attention, so Nadir Servant comes down. I'm like, well, shit, that kind of sucks. So that goes through. I was kind of looking for a good spot to at least chain Halki into Formula to get a draw, but I really didn't see the opportunity to do so. I guess maybe on the resolution of Ash Blossom, I could have chained Hulk to like go ahead and summon out Formula, but I just didn't think of it. I was waiting for him to like change phases or something. But you can see he's so good that he's doing everything in the draw phase here. Ishiki hand loop version. That's weird, man. That's weird. That's really weird. That's just weird. That's just kind of weird. We tag for Formula. We don't get a draw, unfortunately. Yeah, Cloth Sheep would be great if Instant Fusion wasn't at 1. It's not like DDD. Like, DDD is a deck that, like, Cloth Sheep meshes in perfectly because, you know, you have such easy access to make fusions, which I miss DDD now that I think of it. I'm in the process of trying to bring back decks that I haven't covered in a while. So, like, Mermail, BA, DDD, like, I kind of want to get some new decks in the channel, but I don't know what. There's nothing else that really interests me. That's why I like live duels, because they bring variety to the channel that I can't bring myself. What about making a build that focuses on using the Deep Sea Synchro, get Water Statue out first turn, plus a negate? Deep Sea Synchro that gets Water Statue out first turn, plus a negate. I mean, it sounds kind of cheeky. Sounds kind of, gimmicky. I don't know. I feel like it's maybe not enough. I don't know. Doesn't also sound like a build that I want to play. Sometimes it's also hard to have too many decks because you often have to forget some fun. Yeah, exactly. That's what we're going through right now with Mermail. Just kind of remembering how to play the deck. It's kind of dope for locals, but then Lord hand. Lord's like, send smile? Fucking send. Yeah, we lose. Draw Skullmeister for turn, baby. I think that's that. Yeah, there wasn't much we were doing there. Skullmeister would have been good like earlier at any point, you know, maybe to stop the Entis. Like Skullmeister would have been really good. But we're technically 1-1 at this point because I gotta buy round 1. So whatever. Is this the next one? Yeah, this is the next one. Right? Yeah. Yeah, so this is the guy that I was supposed to play round 1. He just showed up late. And then I had to play him in round 3, technically. Round 3. So he just passes. Like, okay. Let's just, let's start with this. Let's snipe that. Lapis Dragon loves my hand. He also didn't know that there was a hand reveal button, so he was trying to show me each card individually. Like, you can just hit the show hand button. So what was in his hand? Yeah, so he's playing Pendulum. So he had Imperm, Odd Eyes Fusion, Red Eyes Black Metal, not Red Eyes Black Metal, Red Eyes Black Dragon, Chronograph, Harmonizing. So obviously I hit the Impermanence. Hitting the Impermanence is the best thing to do, obviously. And then you ready for this, guys? Ready for the most insane? I think I might have sequenced this, like, poorly. I don't know. I don't think, actually, there was a way to do it, because I don't have, like, another extender. I don't have another body to get on board. I was thinking about a way to, like, normal Pike, grab gun, and then, like, make a link play, pitch gun off Teus, bring back Pike, and, like, do something else, but there just really wasn't. So, yeah, that goes to the grave. So we summon Teus. Teus grabs gun. That's the only other target I have in my deck. I'm only playing 2 level 4 lower Mermails right now. We're playing Gund, and we are playing Pike, obviously. Also, there's something I need you guys' help with later at the end of the stream. I said it at the beginning of the stream in the chat, but there's a video I'm trying to make where I go over like my like best deck profile intros from 2020, sort of talk about how they're made and things like that. So if you guys have a personal favorite of yours, feel free to maybe tell me what they are later. I'd like to pick people's favorites and stuff. I'll pick, like, it'd be a mix of, like, favorites and, like, ones that were really hard to make and things like that. So, like, this is one of those turns where it just becomes a Lacia pass, because I really don't think there was another line. You know what I technically could have done? I could have technically made, hold on, go back here, step it back a second. So I had Mark, so I could have technically, right, so I could have technically linked for Anemone. Anemone brings back Minstrel. Link for Halky, Halky summons, but, like, you know, that doesn't get us anywhere. Bro, you could do Deskbot combo. Just kidding, we're locked into waters. We're locked into the waters, brother. So we get in for a fat 1,600. Take the Imperm back. Whatever you do, don't shotgun the Imperm on the only interruption on the field. Don't do it. Don't do it. I've also actually been playing chess lately with my brother, like learning the game. It's actually like helped with my like thinking, like when it comes to just like thinking how to like do things and strategize. It actually does help. I feel like it's fun. Yeah, I'm not good at chess by the way. I'm not good at all. But like do a chess stream. Just playing against my brother, it'll literally be a stream of him just cleaning my clock game after game. But it is fun. It does kind of help with your like your thinking, like your ordering of how you do things and like ways. And I think it does transfer over to Yu-Gi-Oh too, which is kind of nice. I think not a whole shit ton, but like if you become good at chess, like you're not gonna like. It's not gonna make you instantly top a YCS, but like it just kind of helps with your critical thinking and like your spatial awareness and like pattern recognition and things like that and just all that stuff. Played chess for over a decade. Jesus Christ, you'd absolutely destroy me. How's it going, W Killer? Jess, you also have to think so many moves ahead, and yeah, exactly. You gotta look. You gotta be like, if I move here, am I gonna hang a piece, right? Am I gonna blunder my queen? Am I, you know, am I safe from the bishop? Am I safe from the queen? Is my knight outpost? Is it good, right? No. Did I create a nice fork or a nice skewer? Chess players equal combo players. It just how I feel like after playing it for a little while, I feel like when I'm playing, I see more paths. I can go through things easier. Whack, because you can't flip Guru. Hey, speaking of flip Guru, wait till we get to one of these later matches, okay? All right, so this guy immediately summons Supreme Clearwing Dragon, which I'm like, what the actual fuck is this? So he's activating the fact to, I think, destroy all attack position monsters that I control. I'm obviously gonna chain Alacy here, ditch Marksman, so I can at least get the search. So I think I go for Teus, and then Alacy's gonna die. We're gonna send Dragoons. I think that is the optimal path. I don't have a pike or a gun left in my deck. By the way, I need a fucking haircut like crazy time junction. Just notice there how I read Alacy. I was like, what does this card do when it's destroyed? So I'm like, I could send Dragoons, or I could send Infantry, or I could send Deep Sea Swellicanth, right? No. Absolutely not. But we send Dragoons. Dragoons, you know, is good and stuff. And then I think I revive Lapis Dragon. Revive Lapis Dragon here just because it has a big defense. And then we go ahead and search. Fortunately, Dragoons can't search itself, so we go for Diva, next best thing, because that'll eventually get us to Dragoons. And then, you know, can you really blame me for not knowing what his Synchro does? Because I think I've never seen that card actually summoned, I think, once in my entire life, except for this very fateful night. Yeah, he Pendulum summoned Red Eyes. Yeah, I was a little worried. So yeah, and then it says, once per turn before damage calculating, this card battles an opponent's monster. You can destroy that monster when you do inflict damage to your opponent equal to the destroyed monster's original attack. So luckily we have 0 attack, so I don't take any extra damage here. And then we take 24 into the face, which isn't really that bad. It's not that bad. So like, we're not out of the game. Like, we got, I mean, Skullmeister I think is literally useless in this matchup. I know that's the Imperm, right? So I'm like, okay, I gotta beware of the Imperm. Nothing else on his field does anything, I'm pretty sure. I think his scales do something, but not with the stuff that he has on his board. I could be wrong. So I'm like, do I want to start with the Diva and bait out the Imperm? Because if I bait out the Diva for Imperm here, it's fine, because I just go Teus Dragoons and, like, you know, go off that way. The only problem is, I think the only problem is right now, I don't have any search targets for Teus, which kind of sucks. Because, like, I was unlucky enough to open both, like, Pike, and I had to use Pike in my opening turn to, like, grab a card. Or, no, I used Teus. Technically, I didn't have to search off Teus. Technically, I didn't. So, yeah, we summon Prince. Prince is gonna... Ricky. What is this song, man? Send Dragoons. Is it a Christmas song again? We got next. Merry Christmas. A Merry Lo-Fi Christmas. No, next. Alright. Alright, so it's Send Dragoons, Add Dragoons, Infantry. So I'm like, do I want to blow things up, or do I want to, like, just, you know, try to combo, try to build a board here? So we go Teus Dragoons. Yeah, we already have Pike and Gun Engrave, so I'm not searching off Teus, which is unfortunate. He's not imperming anything either, which is kind of nice. So I just add Prince here because extension. Also at this point, I was looking for a way, like a play line that I had, and I think I missed it. Like, I think because what I do here is like already too late, but I think if I link off Diva and Teus for Hulk summons the Fishmorg Launcher, and then I need to read a card real quick. Hold on. There's gonna be two monsters. You can summon one. Okay, so it didn't have to summon to the zone it points to. Okay. I don't know if I had like a clause saying that you had to do that. So what I could have technically done here, and like it seems one of those plays that it's like, you know, you're going a little too far out of your way to like make that certain play, maybe just because you want to subconsciously instead of actually trying to like aggress on their field and actually make the right play. So what the play I'm talking about is like link Diva and Teus into Hulk. Hulk summons Launcher. Link Launcher and Prince into Ahashima because they're both the same level. Summon Skullmeister and Dragoons from grave. Go for Bahamut Shark, detach Dragoons, summon Toad, get a search. And that's the play. And then I think I could search another infantry. Megalo summon itself, ditch both infantries, pop both Red Eyes and his other monster. And that would probably, the Bahamut Shark would probably at least bait it out the Imperm, so that's fine. We don't get the Toad, and like the Bahamut, I think, can still attack. So like that was a play line I could have gone, but I didn't go for it. I'm looking here in my action deck. I'm like, I could go for Hulk. I could go for like Anemone. You know, sort of cool Anemone play I can make because I do have like some good targets in grave. You know, with Lapis Dragon, because I'm pretty sure Lapis Dragon's still in the grave, yeah. Because I opened it. I was unlucky enough to open that card. That stupid card. I'm also playing in the Great Bubble Reef. I don't know why. It's like a free slot in the extra deck. I might replace it with a good level 7 Water Synchro that is an Omni Negate. Just kidding, that doesn't exist. Yo, I put my boy Gungnir in there. So yeah, we go for this option, and I also read Hashima at the point, I'm like, it summons any level 4 monsters. It don't have to be like matching attributes of the two things you summon at the same level. So I'm like, oh, I could use Skullmeister too to summon that from hand, because it's literally doing nothing in this matchup. I'm like, I could use it as an extender. Also really wanted to use Marksman there to take out his set. But like, he just wasn't using it. Like, his best shot of using that Imperm was on the Diva, and he just didn't do it. So at this point, I'm setting up my Chainlinks. Chainlink 3, Megalo. Chainlink 2, Infantry. Chainlink 1, Prince. Prince, target Dragoons. Infantry, target Supreme Dragon. Because that's the biggest threat. Because it's not a vanilla monster. Like, it kind of is a vanilla monster, but it's literally not a vanilla monster, whereas Red Eyes obviously is literally a vanilla monster. So, yeah, he uses the Imperm there on the Megalo, so whatever. That's fine. So we special summon the Dragoons. He clears the Supreme Dragon for us. So here I was always thinking, like, you know, I could link the Teus and the Megalo for Ahashima and do the same play now that the Imperm is gone. But I didn't see that play, I guess. I could also Link Diva for Link Diva Prince for Hal Calc Summon Launcher Synchro with Teus go for Dragite. So that was technically a play too, but I didn't do that. I think I was just trying to like go for like a basic OTK. I like screw this up a little bit. And keep in mind I'm rusty for all the people that are gonna roast me in the comments. And for those that don't, thank you. I'm very rusty. I'm very rusty. Very rusty. And I was like, I really wanted to tribute that Dragoons off for Megalo. I technically still could have because it's tributes for cost, even though it's negated. So I technically still could have done that, but so yeah, I summon the launcher here, and I'm thinking I'm just gonna go for Dragite, and I definitely do, which is good. Dragite's like one of the best things to happen to Mermail in terms of like extra deck monster. And then I was debating like whether I bring back launcher here and then link from a Starboy for just more damage, which I think is what I do. Yeah. I was also like, could I make like Crocosaur with the, you know, the Dragite and the launcher, but like, could I also make Ahashima? No, I'm like, could I make Coral Anemone? You know, this is a play actually. I was like, Coral Anemone, bring back Lapis Dragon synchros with Dragoons to make Crocosaur draw an extra card. At that point, he only has, how much attack does Crocosaur just have 0/0? Or is he 500? He's 1,000. So Crocosaur would only have 100 attack and defense, or 2,000 attack and defense, which isn't that much. And I just wanted like a board that was going to be more like, you know, if he breaks it, I get more stuff out of it. Because that's the one thing I like about Mermail is like, it doesn't usually put up the best boards, but they're kind of grindy boards. Because if you clear a lot of that stuff, like if you clear like the Alacia, if you clear the Toad, if you clear the Mistar Boy, you get like a lot of resources back in the process. So that's the nice thing. But that's the problem. The problem becomes like, it's not like making those boards. The problem is the problem that like most decks don't really remove things via destruction. At least a lot of the better decks anyways. It's like, you know, removal via spinning, sending, shuffling, etc., or bouncing, shuffling. Because Lord sends, right? Lord sends. Which I don't think would trigger Alacia. It would trigger Mistar Boy, it would obviously trigger Toad, but Toad's just a really good card all around, we know this. So this is where I was like, you know, I should have like linked here into Mistar Boy, because that would be at 35. He would take 1,100 here instead of just 600. He would take 2k here, so that's 32. He'd take 29, so that's 32 plus 29 is 52. That's 61. Plus would be, yeah, that's game. That would have been game. No, it wouldn't have been. Plus 19. 61 plus 19, that's 7. Yeah, that would have been 8,000 exactly, I think, if I would have linked both the Dragoons and the launcher from the Star Boy. I think that would have been 100% game. I just didn't see it. So you see me make it here after the fact. And, like, we still have that awesome setup. Like, Halky, like, one of the most common boards that my version ends on, my build ends on, is, like, Halk with, like, you know, Dragite. And it's nice because you can tag out Halk into Formula, draw a card, and then synchro right into Satellite Warrior. Cadillacs, thank you for the sub. Tier 1, 11 months. You don't need. Christmas is over. Next. Next. I think the song was already on. This playlist is weird. It has like triples. Like triples of the same song. It's weird. If there's like some of the same songs on over again, like I apologize. Like I gotta make my own playlist with using the Epidemic music. Like the other playlists that you guys know me using, like the really good synthwave stuff. Phantoms, thank you so much for the sub, man. 11 months. Thank you guys so much for the support. I appreciate it a lot. Definitely will help out. Especially with having to spend 300 on computer repairs, and who knows how much on car repairs now. My car is kind of fucked right now. But we're gonna get it fixed. Don't worry. We'll get it done. We'll get it done. So yeah, we go from a Star Boy here, main phase 2, and at this point, like, as I hand it over to him, I'm like, I probably could have OTK'd last turn. Every little bit helps, so, you know. Rich. Because I know a lot of those songs on that other playlist I use are like YouTube safe, but I don't know. So yeah, he scoops. We go into game 2 here. I'm like, okay, the Skullmeisters are definitely going out. We're definitely putting in back row hate. So here I'm like, you know, what do I side out? The one game, I think it was last match, I sided out the Moulin, and I kind of regretted siding out the Moulin, so I didn't really want to side it out here, you know, risk the same thing happening again. So I just decided to leave it in. I don't know how I feel about Moulin in this format, because there's some decks where you just don't want to hit cards out of their hand, like Eldlick's one of them, I think. Drytron, I don't think... Drytron's is a deck I don't think you want to either. Because they can use all those little Drytrons in the grave, right? Just the same as they can use in the hand. It's like a format where like Dangers and Burning Abyss and all that stuff is like really popular. Like resolving a Moulin Glacius seems like kind of a bad idea. Like you're just asking kind of like you're trying to play the lucky game. Starts with Sky Iris. Yeah, so this one plays out weird. Our hand's really good. About to sneeze. Oh. So, what's that? Oh. Oh my god. Ugh. All right. My nose is bugging on a stack. It's bugging on a stack. 0 cap. Nope, next. I don't want Christmas music. I've used this song in YouTube videos before. Alright, so this plays out a little weird. He's a stack 50, you might even say. So he's trying to use Odd Eyes. I'm like, isn't this an end phase effect? So I'm like, I'm just going to Ash it. But then he's like, oh, wait, it's end phase. Like, you know, I'm not going to make you waste the Ash. He's like, so I'll just use Sky Iris and say you Ash the Sky Iris. I'm like, whatever. I don't care. I was going to be like, actually, you declared the effect, so it's your end phase. Takes. But, I mean, that literally is just his turn anyways, so. Actually. So we minstrel away that stupid frog. YouTube frogs. So we minstrel the frog. This is like too low now. Is that better? Yeah, so I think this just becomes like a royally swift OTK. I think this is just literally a swift OTK. It doesn't even matter what was in his hand. I think he drew Red Eyes again. He was upset about drawing Red Eyes again. Like, that's what you get for being a Dragoon player. Don't blunder. There's 0 blunders here. It is a perfect game. Yeah, so this is just your textbook OTK. Gun's gonna bring back Teus. Prince is gonna bring back Dragoons. Or no, did I discard? What did I discard? Okay, I discarded Gun and... Yeah, okay. So yeah, we search Mizuchi, add Dragoons. And then I think I literally just declare... Tribute that off. He attacks twice. Do I even Dragoon search? Do I not Dragoon search? Okay, so I just let a Dragoon search go, but it's whatever. I literally didn't need it, because that's literally so much damage right there. That's 37, right? Because you can go up to 32 plus 5, so 37. That is 7,400 damage alone. Like, just this and this attacking his game. I mean, I just let the Dragoon... I mean, I obviously didn't need the Dragoon search, but, you know, I probably should have gotten it anyways. This is the last one here. And, this is the guy... I think my friend lost to in one of his rounds. Dragoon is mandatory. Yeah, I literally just forgot it, though. I literally just forgot it. So, yeah. So, this is my opening hand here. And you can kind of see my hatred for hand traps within Mermail because I have a card like Moray of Greed. And Moray of Greed has a little funny word on it called water. And Joyous Spring and Skullmeister are not those. Same with Deep Sea Aria requires some water monster in the graveyard, which, you know, I have no way to get that. It'd be cool if we had something like Invoke where I could normal any hand trap, turn it into a fucking, you know, link one, then link it into a water, and then link that into something, get a water in the grave to fire off the Aria. That would actually be really sick. But I don't think that exists, unfortunately. Because we don't have Alistair. You don't play Alistair, Konami punishes you. And then look what he starts with. Feels good, man. Can I ash it? No, because it's semicolon. Semicolon says no. Semicolon says no. Yeah, we're about to have lots of fun. Fun will be detected. Alright, this song's kind of jikes. You know it's bad too because you got the dino sleeves. Did anybody catch what the chat said? That's funny. I'm funny. Funny non-water cards. You really hate to see it. So I'm going to save the time here. We're going to skip forward. He makes Zexal. He plays Hidden City. I ash it because I don't even want to let him get Guru. So it's literally, we're playing against fucking Goomeron. That's fun. Literally fun turbo. Fun incarnate. Sets a card. Guru. And I draw a Deep Sea RA for turn. So I'm like, you know what? This is fine and dandy. I already can't activate cards and effects and shenanigans. I'm like, that's really good. I can't use these cards anyway, so joke's on him, right? Like, he's just wasting materials. Like, what an idiot, right? So we set Skullmeister, 900 IQ play. Probably should have set Mizuchi too, just to like have way more bluffs, maybe make him burn a card. Whenever I record your matches, there's a replay button because the replay buttons require a link, which I have to like store somewhere. Whereas like I could just have the video file saved in my computer. It's just much easier, and it's much easier to scrub back and forth through. So I mean, I don't even know why that's a question. This is just way more convenient. I mean, is it not? And dual records? I don't know. I don't use fucking Dueling Book all the time. Yeah, we scoop. We draw Moon Glacia. Must be nice, right? I think I just side in Cosmics. Things like that. And we go first here. This is one of those classic no Dragoon access hands. Which, like, isn't bad. How far back does it save duels on, DB? Years? Where do you look? Profile viewer? Dual records. Where? Oh, there's a scroll button. Oh, wow. Lose, 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 lose. Oh, that's cool. Well then. I literally didn't know that. Top right. Oh my god. What's the earliest replay I have? Just 2 weeks ago? That's it? Of course that's his name, right? I have 2-year-old replays? What was I playing? Hold on, we're getting sidetracked here. What was I playing? Mermail. Not much has changed. If I go back to November 2017. Was I playing here? Mermail again. That's honestly not surprising. I was playing Solemn Warning. What the fuck? That's wild, actually. None from June 2017, September 2017. That wasn't playing in that time, actually. Wow. That's actually cool. I didn't know that. X10, baby. That's why sometimes DB fuck with us, because they save our duels since 2016. Their server must be in. Yeah, true. Alright, so we are in game 3. Pitch. Search gun here because I went Pike again. Pike is literally glued to my hand. Some Megalo, he drolls us too, so I was like, that's cool. We get drolled. Like, not that it like could have been that much better. Just saying, could have been VFD pass. Smile. True, actually. So I think I have two options with this hand. It's either make Dragite Alacia pass, or it's make Gaios Alacia pass. I think Dragite's kind of just not good against the Pendulum deck. There's just gonna be so much I don't know. Like, I don't know. I do this play. Set rotation. Like, yeah, I could have negated the set rotation, right? Next song, please. Right, I could have negated set rotation, right? But he flips up Numeron Network. I hit it with the infantry, search Teus, right? Pop. And then what does he play after that? Hidden City! Whee! Hidden Titty! And the city goes off. He gets Guru, flips it up. I negate it, obviously, with Gaio, so I'm feeling pretty good there. He passes. Draw Deep Sea Diva, feeling really spicy here, feeling really strong with that. Next song. The Christmas song. Summon Diva. I'm like, all right, if this Diva goes through, you know, we can like, you know, make some progress here. We can get infantry. We can get, marksman, but, you know, we're just not allowed to have any fun. So basically what's going to happen is going to flip up Tikaboo. And I'm like, you know, what do I want to get rid of? You know, I'm thinking I keep the Alacia because that way you can't book it. You can't book this card. And, you know, you can't, like, use, like, Guru's effect and stuff. Which is cool. I think there's actually ended up being a good reason why I, why keeping Gaios, I think, was actually better. But Tikaboo just literally wins in the game. This is still game... No, this is game 2. I did side in Cosmic. Distant Array and VFT sound like Virtual World Cup. So I keep the Gaios. I'm like, do I want to attack? No, I really don't want to attack and, you know, trigger his Hidden City to let him flip his guru down for free. Because, you know, I'd rather just make him use it next turn, right? So I pass it to him. He uses Final Battle. Yeah, I think he uses Final Battle here. Yeah, uses Final Battle to flip it? I think he uses Final Battle to make it so I can't negate his stuff. So then he flips that up. And then that goes off, searches another Final Battle. I think he ends his turn. For turn, I start with Prince. And yeah, so, okay, so the reason why keeping Gaius here is actually better, because the fact that he could actually book this card is nice, because it allows me to summon Prince. Because I would have kept Alacia, I wouldn't have been able to play under Tikaboo. So it's actually nicer for that specific reason. So we send for cost here. I'm trying to clear this goddamn Tikaboo. You know, he Solemn Strikes the Prince, which is whatever. It's clearly the incorrect play. And then he has Phoenix regardless for the infantry. So I guess it really didn't matter. He just literally had every fucking thing. I flip up my Gaius after the fact. I can at least negate here. Because I think he uses the first Final Battle to flip it up or something. Then he uses the second one to make it so stuff can't be negated. So it's Chain Link 1. It's Chain Link 1 Battle, Chain Link 2 Final Battle, Chain Link 3 Gaius, Chain Link 4 Final Battle again to make it so I can't negate his shit. The Tikaboo was just a blowout. I don't think there's any other way of looking at it. So that was that. Also, if I want to play VFD Turbo, play Virtual World. I'm not playing VFD in Mermail. I'm good. I'm literally just 100% good on it. If you want to play it in there, by all means, all power to you. Like I'm gonna pass on that. But yeah, this is the list. I think it's okay. I mean, we did brick on hand traps that one game, but it is what it is. It's obviously an outlier. I mean, I've already started. I have a few really cool Speedroid replays from like one day I literally, before my computer like died, I had like, there was like one day before I was just like played Dueling Book all day, and I was in a Discord call with my friends. We were just playing ranked DB all day. It was actually kind of fun playing Speedroids. Extra deck, I think, is needing a little work. I might put like Dawn Dragster, and I might put I might really just go back to the Deep Sea build. I don't know. Build definitely needs work. I think it's a good starting point for sure, but it definitely needs work. I don't know really how I feel on the swap. The only reason I put Swap Frog in here and stuff is because like Toad's back at 3, so like White Aura Bahamut. Absolutely not. Alright, now that I've shown the deck profile and stuff, I think that'll do it for this episode of VOD Reviews. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Drop a comment. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my new playmat through Imperium Duelist, link below. Or we can use my affiliate links in the description as well if you're buying any cards from TCG Player Draw Phase. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. And, as always, a huge shout out goes to our Divine Level channel members, Academic Thick, Zors, and Cadillacs84. Thank you guys so much for your continued and generous support.